Hello everybody and welcome back to Silverrun Forest, or what will be our final episode here on this Let's Play series. And our first job that we need to do is to get the sorghum harvested. That is a job that needs doing in September, as it's the last month we can actually do it. The final boat that will get launched, probably won't be able to see it from here, is progressing nicely, but that won't be ready until next month at the earliest. So once we've finished the harvest and sorted anything else we need to do this month, we'll skip through to October, and then we can finish off with the launch of the final boat. So we'll get the covers taken off, get the engine switched off, and we'll go and jump in our combine. I have planted a load of ponderosa pine trees in the gaps that I mentioned towards the end of the last episode. I think I put another 140 trees in last time. I've had to reset the game, so after I finished that, to quit out so it doesn't show the exact total I planted in the last session. But we've got a total of 875 trees planted and 737 cut down. So by the end of the series, I want to get at least 1,000 trees planted, and any further trees we plant now, which will be the redwoods, so we can get some of those planted and grown. But let's get the trailer detached, and we'll get the header hooked up. Not the best place to attach a header, because we're going to have to do it in the road. This is where we could do with a farmhand to come and block the traffic for us. Get that attached, and we can get our last field harvested here on Silverrun Forest. So all the productions I think are okay at the moment. I did go around and check them before I skipped through, and also delivered a few more long planks. So everything should be okay. So we may be able to do the planting of the redwoods after we finish the harvest, and then if I reduce the growth time in the tree growth manager mod, just so they grow a bit quicker, so we can actually see them and how they'll look fully grown. And then we can skip through, rest up till October, and then come back and see possibly if the trees are grown, at least see the final boat launch. And then what I'll do, if the trees haven't fully grown, I'll skip through a bit more, and then we'll come back just to see how it looks, and then we'll get some before and after shots of the areas where we've done some work on this map, and they look a little bit different from when we started. Okay, last little bit of sorghum to harvest. I hadn't realised I'd accidentally put the time on ×10, so it sped up a little bit quicker than I expected, and we've now got rain due. So hopefully we can just finish off this last little bit before it does. I have turned it down to 0.5 just to help out a bit. I think I accidentally caught the speed button on the side panel. put it up to times 10 without realising. So there we go, that's the sorghum all done. Oh, tiny little bit actually. I can't leave that one tiny little bit as we're going to drive past it. Now we're all done. And that's all the harvesting done on Silver Forest. So we'll get this into the trailer. We'll do the same as what we did with the oats. We'll just sell this straight away as we've got no need for it. And I do want to try and sell off as much of the stuff as we can, so we kind of get a final figure. Minus the million. Well, we've already deducted some of the money for the collectibles, but there is another 5 left for us to collect. I want to try and get before we do finish up. We'll get the header back on the trailer, and then we can get the combine put away. And we'll get the sorghum over to the Silver Market to get that sold. Now I found the problem with this. I keep going to adjust the comb on the header, like to pull that in, and instead of doing that, it just opens and closes this panel on the side of the combine. So at the moment, as it is with this combine, I cannot change the header. I can't like close it in for transport. So we'll have to leave it like that, because it just opens that silly panel on the side, which to me is a complete waste of time and a bit pointless. And it's preventing a function that I'd rather have on a combine, even though it makes no difference. I'll get that connected up. So I'll get this back to the yard. I'll probably get it cleaned off. I'm not even sure if this combine will fit in our shed or in the Quonset. Might be a little bit too big actually. I'll find somewhere to put it if not, and then we'll come back and get the grain trailers. Okay, so the combine just about fit in the shed. It was literally the perfect height of the door for that one to fit in. So we've managed to get that put away. So we just sell the sorghum. I was going to say snow beans. I think I was getting mixed up with soybeans and sorghum then. It's snow beans. We'll sell the sorghum. And then we'll go and get in the... Well, we'll buy a pallet of the giant redwoods, the sequoia saplings, and then we'll get that on the Volvo. And then we'll go around and get some of those planted. So that's a few thousand litres to sell. Oh, 246 litres in the rear trailer. There we go, that's all the sorghum sold. We're up to 1,312,085. I will actually, while we're here, just quickly go and double check on the boat. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be done for this month. Yeah, it's not even outside yet. So it's still on the final stage of the internal bit. So hopefully that should be finished for this month, and then it usually the last stage is pretty quick. So, but we will finish up that one whether we go to October or November. I've completely forgot we was in the truck. There it is, run past it. Right, yeah, so we'll go and take these back. Don't really have anywhere to park these trailers up, so we'll put them up at the top yard, just so they're out of the way. And I think at the moment a lot of the trailers are all over the map. I've got the logging trailer up by the old sawmill. The low loaders over by the poplar field. Tipper trailer, the TLX tipper trailer, I think maybe up here. And then we've got the Demco one as well somewhere. So we'll see. I'm sure there's plenty of space up here. Oh yeah, there's the TLX. Schwarzmuller's up here as well. So as all those trailers are outside, we'll put this one into the shed. Stop that there. What we'll do actually, we'll go and grab the... Yeah, we'll get the pickup truck. And we'll get the little trailer and get the pallet up here of the sequoias. Actually, we should be able to just throw the pallets on the back here. That'll make life a little bit easier. And once we've got these planted, we'll go and rest up till October. We'll check on the boat then. If it's going to be ready to launch, we'll skip through till 2 o'clock. There is a few other things I want to sell, so there's a bit more. The rest of the pallets of metal. There's a few pallets from the pet accessories that we've got as well. So we want pallets. We want the 240 tree saplings. We want the sequoia, giant sequoia. So it's 17,000, but that is for 240 of them. So I'll purchase that. I'll just check as well. Not that we're going to be buying anymore, but it's always nice to check the used equipment. Nothing of interest. Planter would have been nice if we was continuing. Another forage harvester come up. I'll get this pallet in the back of here, and then we'll get this onto the Volvo, and then we can get some redwoods planted. Right, we're coming up by the house, and I thought we'll put a few in here. I don't want to put too many in this area, but it's nice probably to put a few here and there. It's one of those things though, until they've actually fully grown, you don't know how they're going to look. So I'll put one there, just in that little bit where the curve of the stream, and I'll try another one in a similar spot just here. Again, on this right hand side I did put a few ponderosa pines in there as well, but I'm not sure exactly where. I don't really want to. I want to keep this kind of section here clear, so looking at the house, so I don't want to put any more across there. Yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky to know exactly where to put some that side. I was hoping the ponderosa pines would have grown by now, so I've got a feeling they may not have taken effect with the tree growth manager because that was already planted. And I did also put a few around here as well, but I'm pretty sure I just came across the back section. So I don't think I'll put anything off in this clearing here. Yeah, maybe we'll leave putting any more in here. What we'll do, we'll cross over to the back of the house, going up that hillside. If we can find our way across there, and then we'll get some on that slope. Okay, so we're across to the other side of the stream. So I know I've got nothing planted here, so we'll just go around and randomly plant a few of these, just to fill in this clearing. So, as I said, I want to try and get to at least 1,000 trees planted. So we don't need to do all 240, but we'll get as many in as we can. Okay, we've put quite a good amount of trees in there. I'll just double check what the actual... So to 921. So we need another 79 trees to hit 1,000. We won't put any more in this area, so it's going to start getting difficult to see exactly where we've gone. So we'll move back around to this area here. That's where our yarder is. So we've got quite a big clearing on this slope, which is not too far. So if I work my way back around that way, and then we can put some in this area and then along this road and then around this pond area as well. That should say we've got 194 left. So if we plant another 94, that's going to take us well over 1,000. And then I'll leave with 100 saplings left. Okay, so we're just on our way back up to our upper yard. I've got 109 saplings left in the planter, and we've currently now planted 1006. So I may put a few more in, but at the moment it's getting to that point where it's a bit difficult to see where we've been. So I don't want to be planting too many trees too close together. So we are in a very rainy September afternoon. So what we'll do, we'll park this up and then we'll go and rest up for the evening, and then we'll come back in October. We'll check on the progress of the last boat and see if it will be ready for October or whether it'll be November, and we'll see if the actual trees grow. So this time I will actually go and sleep at the house, because last time I just skipped through the night by speeding up the time. So maybe if I do sleep, that may kick the trees into actually growing. We'll see. I'll get this parked back in its space. That lowered down. That's switched off. And yeah, we'll go and rest up. Get out of this miserable weather. On the thunder. Oh, probably not the best place to be, surrounded by all these trees. The whistling winds. Right, we're going to have a cup of coffee and then rest up, and then hopefully we might have some tree growth in October. Okay, so we're now into October. Looks like a very nice autumnal morning, and I can spot a redwood there, and quite a few redwoods over there. Yeah, it seems like the ponderosa pines are planted. The tree growth manager hasn't affected those because I planted them before I actually changed the setting in the menu. So they are still there, but there's no sign of growth yet. So as the redwoods have now gone straight to fully grown, I presume that they're not now going to fully grow. So I may have to just skip through another 12 months so they're fully grown, then do the kind of pictures of how it looks once all that's done. So yeah, there's all the redwoods. It's a shame there's not a bit more random variation to some of them when you plant them, that maybe some of them only grow to the second down growth stage, so they're not all the same. But we've got like nice redwood forest on our back doorstep. Put a nice little track in and go walking through the woods. There's some nice deer. Oh dear. I think we scared them. So yeah, as you can see, there's still some big gaps we could come back in and fill. Get a few more in here, just to make it a bit more dense of a forest. But these are mightily impressive trees. Oh, that one's not actually fully grown yet. It's only growth stage 3 or 4. So that one's actually got a few more hours to go. So yeah, they're another 5 hours and they'll be fully grown. So yeah, these aren't even fully grown yet. So we'll come back when they are fully grown. So it's a shame that the ponderosa pine hasn't worked as well, because obviously you can't get the full effect of what we've planted up here until they've grown as well. So we'll head over to the boat yard and we'll just check on the progress of that, see when that's going to be ready. So either it'll be this month or next month, I imagine. We'll take the pick up, and what we'll also do is, yeah, we'll go to the boat yard, we'll check on the progress of that, and then we'll drive around and pick up the last 5 collectibles that we've got left to collect yet. We'll also go, because I did put a few redwoods in down this way and along the path and up where the yard was, so we'll just go and have a look what that's looking like. There's a few just there in front of us. So I came back down from where we were up on the slope, around the other side of the stream, down to this corner here, and then went along this road, filling in this gap here, which there's quite a few in there. And I say we didn't even do 140. So that area is looking a lot different, and I did put a few along the road, but I got to that point there, and I'm pretty sure I put some more ponderosa pines in across this top of the road here. So I kind of left it there. We've got a nice redwood lined drive or track. It looks so different coming down here now to what it did before. But yeah, we'll get over to the boatyard and we'll check on that. Right, the boat's outside, so it's looking good that we may get it finished today. We'll see how much is left. Yeah, it's just on the last 74 litres of wood beams and 220 litres of floor tiles. The fabric section usually goes quite quick, but I don't know if it'll be done today. It'll definitely be done for November though. So that will probably be where we finish up. So we'll probably need to skip through to November possibly. But we've got a few jobs we can do today. So what we'll do next is we'll get the last 5 collectibles. I've just got to work out the best route to go to get them. I've also got to try and remember exactly which ones we're missing. I think all the ones we're missing are in this kind of section up here. So it's kind of trying to work out the best route. I think if we go up the main road along this road, and then we can start from here. There's one in the pond. And work our way down that track to get the one that's there. And then up by the fuel station. And there's another one at the back there. And how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So which one am I missing? Oh, I think we don't have the one on the little island by that bridge. Yeah, so we'll head up that main road and then we'll work our way around that way. Okay, so we have just the one collectible left to get, which should be able to get if I go the right way. I'm meant to go down this track here. Completely missed the turning. We go down here and then down this track. And it should be... we might have to get out here and then run up the hill. Should be at the top here. There it is. That's the final collectible here on Silver Run Forest, for us anyway. Obviously it depends which order you collect them in. So congratulations, we have found all 20 sculptures. So nice views up here. I do really like the actual feel of the map. It's just a shame there's not more farming on it. That's the biggest downside for me. I much prefer farming than anything else in the game. So I enjoy doing the forestry every now and then, but after a while even I get fed up with it. Right, so what we'll do, we'll head down to the museum so we can have a look in there now we've collected all the collectibles. Okay, so we'll just nip into the Great Woods Gallery and we can have a look at all 20 sculptures now we've collected them all. So they're all here So keep track of your progress coming in here, and you can see them, although there's no identification of which one's which. So if you are missing one, you'll have to work out exactly where it is. Like we did on the live stream, I got up to 19. I couldn't work out which one it was we missed. Like the bear sculpture is very impressive. Hello there. Yeah, they're very nice models as well. The wood effect on those. There's the wolf. Yeah, there's all 20. Very nice indeed. So, yeah, we've not really benefited from the money. I say we've making so much money anyway from all the productions. We didn't really need to collect them, but I thought as it's part of the map as well, it'd be nice to actually finish up and collect all of them. So yeah, we'll head back to the main farm and we'll switch over to the semi. We'll get the last of the metal sold. Okay, so up at the iron furnace. So I don't know if we've got a full load. But we'll clear the spawn area anyway. How many in there? 12,000, no, 2,000 litres. Oh, plus what's already spawned. So we may just have a full trailer load. Maybe not. Yeah, we're going about 10 pallets short. So that'll be 21. So yeah, 7 pallets short. That's not too bad. It's still 21,000 litres. So we'll get this sold. Oh, actually, we'll go buy the pet accessories because we may be able to fit the pallets on there as well. And then we'll get all that sold at the Silver Run Market. I've just been by the boatyard and the last boat's not going to be ready till November, as it's coming up to 2 o'clock now and it's still got a little bit left to do. So we'll get this lot sold and then we'll skip through to November and then the last boat should be ready to go. I'll just get all these put on. I forgot to set this one to selling, so it's just been producing and storing them. So we should get quite a few more pallets come through. There we go. So yeah, there's still some more cat tree, doghouse, and one more pallet birdhouse to spawn. I'm not sure if we'll fit them all on now. I think that's maybe if we do unload and reload, sometimes it reloads them better so you can fit more on. Or maybe not. Let's try again. I think we might have to come back for the last few pallets. Not sure we're going to fit them all on. Yeah, we'll go and sell these and then we'll come back for the last few. What we'll also do as well before we do finish up, we'll get one more ride on the roller coaster as we put all that work in to get it finished. And I can confirm as well, you do get super strength for riding it 15 times. It's not full super strength, like you can't pick up vehicles and heavy equipment like you can with the super strength mods on PC. But you can pick up pallets and bales and some other objects like wood up to a certain weight. So it just increases the weight limit you can lift up to. Oh, that one pallet's flipped over. Turn that one back over. So we're up to 1.8 million. It's going to be a shame we're probably not going to break 2 million. We're going to get so close. Yeah, once you've done the roller coaster 15 times, you only have to ride it once. Then every time you reload into the save for it to activate. So if you are on console and you're playing on this map and you want that super strength, it does disable every time you quit the game and then reload. So you only need to ride it once then to reactivate it. Obviously being on PC, it's kind of a bit of a pointless feature. So there's several super strength mods available. But it's quite a cool feature for console players because obviously super strength's not something you can usually get on console. So we'll get the last of these pallets loaded up. We may have a few more. No, that's it. So that's everything. Oh yeah, we've got the stuff at the old sawmill as well to sell. There's loads of short planks up there, so we'll just trying to think. No, we'll sell these first, otherwise we may end up with a few pallets we can't fit on. As we're so close to the marketplace, might as well get the trailer cleared off so we've got more space for the other stuff. Right, we'll just load up all these standard planks. So I'll leave the rest of the planks up here for the productions. And what I'll do is I'll take some to the boatyard first, so that way anybody that does continue, they've got enough standard planks for the next boat. We definitely needed to clear these, so there's so many up here. We've got 39 pallets on so far and there's still quite a few more to go. So 53,000 litres. 59 and then another 4 pallets to go on. And that'll be all the short planks cleared out the way at least. Right, so we'll head back down. We'll take some to the boatyard first. And then we'll sell what's left at the Silverrun Market. Okay, so first stop boatyard. I'll deliver as much as it'll take. Which is quite a bit. So 54,000 litres left. So we'll go and get this sold. I'm hoping this should break us on 2 million. I hope we don't get to like 1.9 or just under 2 million, because mind you, when we skip through to November, some of the productions are still generating money every hour, so that may be enough to take us over 2 million if not. Planks is accepted here. Stop lying to me. I don't know why that warning comes up every time I bring planks here. A few of those have tipped up and I've got a few floating ones. Oh, we're going to be close. Yeah, we're going to be very close to 2 million, but not quite. Flip this one over so it sells, or throw it on the floor. Right, there we go, that's all the planks sold, and we're up to 1,972,676. We've got the boat as well, so that will definitely take us above 2 million. Okay, so we're now into November and I completely forgot we've still got the wood chips to sell, and I completely forgot about the floor tiles as well. So that's been working away, and it's only when the notification came up that there was no space for more floor tiles I remembered that we were still doing the floor tiles as a production that was required for the boat. And as you can just about see, the last boat is now ready. So that'll be launching at 2 o'clock today. So before we do that, we'll try and get everything else sold off. So I'm just going to deliver floor tiles to the boatyard, ready for the next one. And then we'll sell what's left on here. Then we'll switch over to the tip trailer. We'll head up to the old sawmill to load up the wood chips there. We'll get those sold, and then we'll also sell the wood chips we've got in the silo. And I think we've still got some canola in there as well that we can sell. There's also the milk from the cows. And there's some excess fabric as well we've got at the spinnery. So yeah, there's still quite a lot to sell. I completely forgot about so much of it. And obviously while we've been skipping through, the old sawmill have been working away as long with the other productions. But we won't take anything more from there now. So it's another 102,034. So we're up to 2,158,335. So I'll go and get the trailer swapped over. We'll get the wood chips from the sawmill. And then we'll get everything sold in the silo as well. Okay, we've got 64,968 litres of wood chips from the old sawmill. So we'll go and top the trailer up with the wood chips we've got in the silo. And currently the fire department has the best sale price, so we'll take all the wood chips there. And we're not far off 1,000 per 1,000 litres. So it's just slightly below, so we won't get a full 108,000 for this load, but it's not going to be, well, it should be more than 100,000 litres for a full load. So yeah, I'll finish filling this one up and then we'll get this over to the fire department. Okay, so we've got the last 93,000 litres of wood chips to sell. And then all that's left is the canola. I'm not going to sell the barley, although we do have quite a lot of it. And far more than the chickens can use, but we'll just leave the barley for chicken feed. So we're up to 2,401,317. We're not going to quite break 2.5 with this load, but we will once we sell the canola. And we've also got 36,000 litres of milk we can sell. I'm not sure how much fabric's left at the spinnery. So I may load that up. I don't know if to just leave that, because that'll be required for the next boat as well. So I may leave the fabric. So 90,295. So we're up to 2,491,612. Okay, so we've got 47,010 litres of canola to sell. We'll drop the trailer off then by the store and we'll buy a tanker so we can get the milk sold. So to be ashamed not to sell the milk, or at least some of the milk, as we put the dairy cows in. So we haven't actually sold anything from them yet. So 61,113 for the canola. Obviously the crops and the wood chips are not quite at their highest price, so had we have gone probably one more month we would have got a little bit more, but we've broke 2.5 million. I'm just going to drop this trailer off here and we'll quickly pop into Eddie's with their super fast delivery times, because we can get something delivered before we can leave the menu. So if we go trailers, I'm just going to get the TLX 48 foot, which is nice and cheap, 21,820. I'm going to leave it completely standard and we'll buy one of those. I'm not sure, we should make more money from the milk than that trailer cost. So get that one dropped off. And we'll get this one connected up. It's a little bit bigger than what we need, but it's a little cheaper than some of the other options. And we'll be able to fit all the milk in one trip. So we'll go and get this filled up. Make sure that pesky train's not coming. I was just about to say then, how many times I've gone across that crossing. I've been fortunate enough not to have been hit by the train. But I did get hit on one of the other crossings a bit further up by the old sawmill. So if we swing around this way and then reverse into the milk trigger. Get the cover opened. And we'll get this filled up. So I think we had around about 36,000 litres from our dairy cows. So I did buy another 15, so there is 13 here now. Hello. Noisy cows. So they're 36,461 litres. Now we'll check the price on milk because I'm not sure where we can sell it. There's quite a few places, and the best price currently looks like Sunnyside Cafe, which is back over by the fire station. Right, Sunnyside Cafe is the sell point that's always fun to try and get into, especially when that happens. This truck really doesn't like going up over the curbstones. So we'll sell our first load of milk, our first and last. So will we break 2.6 with this? Nope, not quite. So 2,585,271 we're up to, from 54,365 for the milk. Now that's not too bad considering they've only been in there about a year, 12 months. It's not too bad. We've only recently got double the amount as well, so there was only 15 cows in there for a long time. So yeah, we'll head over to the boatyard and then it'll be the final boat launch. And there it is, the final boat waiting to go. Park up there. Hopefully it's ready to launch. Yeah, launching in 6 minutes. I was going to say then get there then and there's like 200 litres of fabric left to process. So there it is, the final boat we'll see launch here on Silverrun Forest. Not sure if we'll ever see anything again like this on any mod maps, like similar kind of projects. Maybe not boats, but some different things where you can deliver different materials to and watch it be built up. As I mentioned in a few more live streams, it's a shame the lodge kind of thing that where we got one of the collectibles up here by the gas station. It's a shame that wasn't also a project that you could deliver floor tiles, logs, roofing shingles, and some furniture to that as well. And that also could be built up over time, and then you got like a monthly rental or income from people staying there if you purchased it. That would have been a nice feature as well on this map, and I think it would have fitted in really well. So it's a shame there wasn't a few more things like that. The roller coaster was fun, and the boats is quite interesting, something different as well, the farm sim. So speed up time a little bit as it's going a little bit slow. So there we go. The final boat, I will call it Silverrun. Although Silverrun's turned out to be more of a gold mine. And there she goes. Off into the sunset, the final boat launch from Silverrun Forest. And wait till we get paid. So there we go. We're up to 2,779,781. Bon voyage. I think we should have got on that one. We could have sailed away to our next destination. So yeah, last thing to do is a final ride on the roller coaster to finish things off. And I say then I'll probably have a fly over the yard and then some before and after screenshots of the progress we've done here. So I will say a big thank you to everyone that's watched this series. I really hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this episode as well. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel and you've made it this far through the series, through the video, then please consider subscribing, because I've got more Farming Simulator 22 content coming up very soon with a new series. Yeah, so big thank you again to everyone that's watched, and Happy New Year to everyone. All the best for the new year as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you again. Goodbye.